know, the other day. Alrighty, guys. How are we all doing tonight? Oh, I know what I need to do. Ah! Forgot I had my phone plugged in. I got to use my phone so I can watch and follow chat because I'm not fancy like some of these guys got two or three monitors, so I can watch my chat on another monitor. So I got to use my phone. Anyhow, all right, I'm back. I'm ready. Welcome to live stream, everybody. It's here. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday evening and had a great weekend. And let's see how much we can end it on a positive note, some fun and some laughs. Hey, Hoonigan, I'm glad you made it. Hi, Larry. And I think for once I'm pretty much ready other than a little phone thing here, but got everything up. And tonight we're going to switch over from corn. Just got done doing this field last live stream that I did on the server. And let me go check something real quick. Let's see, content live. Am I doing all right? Everybody can hear me all right? Looks like everything's good. Good. Good, good, good. Maybe for once, finally getting the hang of this fun thing here. Anyway, so we're gonna do some switch over to soybeans here, and so we need to get these guys sent back to the farm. Really, I guess I probably should have been on here earlier and had this all done, but I was I was out and about showing some farm sim love to some of my fellow supporters that have kind of helped me out, get started, and throw out some shout outs for me. Hey, Bonehead! Welcome to the stream, Bonehead. Speaking of content creators that have kind of helped me out get going here and have mentioned me in their live streams, Bonehead, who just showed up here, I've got to give him a huge shout out for his help and the farm sim love that he showed me. So if I get anybody in here that is not part of Bonehead, you need to go over and subscribe to him. He is a really good guy. He he got a pretty big old heart, and I really appreciate him helping me out. So anyway, and then there's some other guys. 4B, I gotta give him a mention too. He's given me some help. Jake, he's given me some help, and I keep missing Faber Farming, but he's another one of them guys that's is worthy of showing some farm sim love too. Uh, the Dirt Farmer, we got to give him some love. Matter of fact, Bonehead this weekend did all his live shout outs for him. The Dirt Farmer he streamed this morning. I just barely missed him. I was doing adulting things this morning. Unfortunately, we have to do that. We can't just play all the time like I wish we could. That would be awesome. But anyway, I did go over and I did watch his live stream a little bit and give him a like. So, if you're new, give me a like and subscribe. Don't cost anything. And as Bonehead says, if you don't like what I'm doing now, well, maybe someday you might. Although I'd much prefer if you like what I'm doing now. I really would. But anyway, so let's get this combine on down the road to the shop down there so I can get the head swapped around, and hopefully we'll have us a decent stream and we can have some fun. I know some people might not like my opinionations and some of that kind of stuff, but I really am a good guy. I got a pretty big heart myself. I do what I can do to help the community out too. And I'm sure there's a couple people I have missed that I should give them some shout outs to. I'm horrible about names. The more I get into this, the more I remember people and recognize people. Hey, Larry, it's going pretty good. How about yourself? The more I will remember to give some shout outs. I hate missing out on giving some shout outs to people that deserve it. But I know Bonehead's right up there at the top of the list. He's helped me out quite a bit so far. Um, so, I need to get you going to the shop. Down to the shop. And there you go. On the way you go, buddy. And we'll get number 3 down there. And I had to give a little shout out to Hoonigan here in the chat here. I'm not sure if he has a channel. I'm not sure, but he's been a part of my streams the last couple of days. He's a steady regular, and I appreciate you being here, Hoonigan. It says a lot. And if you keep it up, you might find yourself being a moderator. Okay, Hoonigan's got a channel, and I hope I've subscribed to you, Hoonigan. I really do, because I sure as the heck everybody that's got a channel that has subscribed to me, I've been trying to make sure I subscribe back. And you can go to the field we're going to be doing, which is what field are we doing? 189, no 185. That's what we're doing here. 185. All righty. We'll send you to field 185. And I don't know if anybody are new here. We try to do somewhat realistic plant farming here. As I think Jake said, or Jimmy said the other day, Jimmy Stir, Jim. He just said call him Jay, but anyway, it's realistic-ish. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, and again, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sure I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it takes all kinds to make the world go around. And for those that are liking me and being a part of my channel, I really appreciate it. Really do. All right, we need to send you to field 104, right? What's 184, right? No, 185. Jeez, I can't even remember 2 seconds, let alone 5 minutes. And it's going to be soybeans. And I got my manly black and pink trucks. I don't know. They might get repainted before the end of harvest. But I thought they kind of were cool, a little bit different, flashy. I gotta help support my breast awareness, right? Breast cancer awareness, not breast awareness. I think we should support breast awareness too, not just breast cancer awareness, right? Okay, anyhow. Okay, mind out of the gutter there, Neil. Mind out of the gutter. Okay. Soybeans. All right, take off. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was different. You know, I think they turned out all right. All right. So I don't think I'm going to need you for the soybean harvest. Oop. This is my other color scheme. I got a light bluish teal color and black. And the other truck, Morris is borrowing it to haul some propane, I think is what he was hauling it for. Because he borrowed my trailer and just took the truck with it. So the only difference on it is right here where the colors are inverted. This is black and this is blue, and then this is black, and then the trailer is blue. Of course, the trailer's blue. Duh, it's sitting right here, right? So, trailer's blue and the tarp's black. So, I'm kind of eccentric. I kind of like my matching trailers, I guess. Anyhow, alrighty. Probably not going to need a mother bin for the soybeans. And if I do, probably not going to need this big one. You might. I don't know whether I'm going to. Use the big one, or I'm going to use the little one. Alrighty. So how'd your stream end up there, Bonehead? It ended up pretty good, I hope. Hope it ended up good. When I left, it was looking pretty good. I went around to a couple other people and said hi quick to some of their streams, like 4B, he's streaming, and well, I went in there and said hi to him and showed him a little bit of farm sim love, means he's helping me out. Come on. I do not have there. No, do I need to send that over there? It's not that big of a field. How big a field is 185? 55 acres. I don't think I'm going to send it. I'll park you here, because I'm sure as soon as I get that done, we're going to be needing to do some contracts. Probably, technically, I'll go back to corn farming. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Probably go back to doing some corn contracts. You can't wait for the real life farming. Well, sir, I was thinking about I was gonna wait until we started planting corn. And normally we start planting corn on Monday, a week from Monday. On April 24th is our targeted start date, and that's actually a week from Monday. And Friday I went and hooked up the planter so we can start going through it and changing out knockers and changing out door seals and that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, maybe, just maybe I might sneak a not necessarily a live stream, but I might sneak a video in there doing some pre-seasoning on the planter. That's not something that people get to see every day. I know that, I watch Millennial Farmer and I watch Larson's and I watch all the guys. That's what started me in the whole YouTube well, I've had YouTube since 2009 as far as watching it. But anyway, I know that sometimes the people get kind of when it comes to showing you working on stuff, but I thought maybe I might throw one out there just because you get to talking about door seals and knockers on a planter unit, people are go, what the hell is that? Well, maybe we'll do a little recording of that and showing people what it is. All right, there. Get out of that screen. And can't get anything over here. I go over here. All right. Let's run over here. And where do I want to drop these 10? Well, let's drop them over here by the sunflower head. So I was thinking about that a little bit ago today. I think I might try to do me a couple recordings tomorrow while I'm working on the planter. It's supposed to be nice. No, I don't want to drop Versa Plus. I want to drop the head. There we go. And this is number 1. So I got one of these is a brand new head, and it's supposed to go on number 1. Ha! Which one is it? Well, I guess we'll just pull this one to the field anyway, and whatever's on it's on it. Hey, Trio! Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you, buddy. Well, you've been a busy guy today, haven't you? Seemed like I've seen you in about all the streams I was in. I was following there for a little while. All right, we're fueling up. We'll go over and grab this other boy. And if you can't tell, I like my green. Yes, yes, I like my green. It's just a snazzy color. Well, it is on equipment anyway. You'll never see me buy a green car. I do not like green when it comes to vehicles. I don't know why, but I cannot stand green vehicles. Although my dad, I can remember when I was a kid, my dad bought a brand new, oh, it was a pretty sharp looking pickup. Brand new 1976 Ford F-150 Explorer package. Had the Explorer package on it. You know, back when Explorer packages was a package as trim level, not a SUV you drove around. I don't know if anybody in here is old enough to remember the Ford Explorer packages they had on their pickups. But anyway, it was metallic jade green and white. That was a pretty sharp color. That wasn't a bad color. Oh, can I get over here to my def? Ah, cool. I get my def. I, Sheriff Catman. Okay. Okay. Say so, trio. Anyway, that was a pretty sharp color. They had a metallic dark blue and white Explorer package that was that I really like. I'm a blue guy. I like blue colors when it comes to vehicles. Dark metallic blues and dark metallic purples. Those are my favorite colors as far as vehicle colors. And I like purple shirts and that kind of stuff too. Alright, you need to go to field. Now that you've been here, fueled up, got your head, you go to field. Oop, 185. It'll take you a little bit to get there. We need to go fuel you up before you leave. Swing around here. Start fueling up. Go get the other one, drop the head. Technically, that field ain't that big. I really don't need 3 combines over there, but we're going to take 3 over there and get it knocked out anyway. Soybeans usually don't yield quite as much as corn, so I don't think I'll even do me won't even use auto drive for the grain cart. I think I'll run the grain cart myself like I was doing a little bit the last time we streamed on the corn. Alright, come on. There we go. Well, yeah, soybeans do bring more money than corn. You're exactly right, Hoonigan. I'm not going to deny that. And for the most part, you also have less input with soybeans and corn. The difference between corn and soybeans is yield. You know, that's where you make up the difference there. You know, where you can get 300 and some bushel an acre corn. Because not everybody's as blessed as David Hula, who set the world record at 600 and what was that? 620. I want to say it was like 627 bushels the acre, what he set that record at here about 4 years ago. And so what are soybeans up to for good soybeans? Used to be if you had 70 bushel soybeans, that was good soybeans. But I think most of the guys are, because we don't raise soybeans here where I'm at. They're just starting to come into our area because we finally got a co-op that's going to broker them for us. Where before you had to go clear down to, I think, Gothenburg or Lexington was the closest. Lexington, Nebraska, or Gothenburg, Nebraska was the closest, or even maybe North Platte. Anyway, about 3.5 hours away to take your soybeans to. Why does it do that? Come on, auto drive, you dumb. You ain't either shorter to go that way. Just go this way. All right, I'll make you go this way. There, dummy. Look at that. So anyway, um, so we just now got one of the local co-ops started handling soybeans for us. So we finally got it as an option. But most everybody around here when I talk about raising beans, I'm talking about edible beans, which is Great Northerns, Pintos, Navy beans, small reds, black beans, that kind of stuff is what we raise. And we're gonna have 2 pivots of Pintos this year, I heard, and 2 pivots of Northerns, and that's something I want to make sure I put on my real farming part, because that's something you don't see too much on some of the other channels that I've noticed. It's kind of similar to Larson's. They raised black beans last year, so it's similar to that. Come on, fuel. Dumb rod. I know there's fuel in there. I filled it the other day. What the hell? Yeah. 20,000 liters in there. Why aren't you wanting the fuel? Oh, you finicky son of a gun. Still not wanting the fuel. Come on. Really? What the heck? Trying to make me back up this damn head. See? Thanks, Farm Sim. Really? That shouldn't have had to go that far to get a trigger. Yeah, I watched Grant some, not a whole lot. He kind of made me mad, but that's beside the point. I mean, I got to give the guy credit. I mean, that guy, that guy is pretty steadfast, followed his dreams, um, has used his money wisely as far as what he made on his YouTube channel, and bought a farm and is farming. I got to give him kudos. I mean, he's an exceptional young man when it comes to that. But yeah, I watch him once in a while. But anyway, as I was getting at, when we was talking about bushels, and I got off on a different tangent there. Um, I guess I'm not sure if because I lived in eastern Nebraska for about 8 years. As I tell everybody, it was my going away from home growing up education that all men should do. Get away from the family, learn to live by yourself, learn that there are other ways to do things. You're gonna go the other damn way again? What the hell? Why does it seem to think it needs to do that? You just gotta love auto drive sometimes. Like right there, okay? Right there, you're connected, dum-dum. Just go that way. It's not shorter to go the other way. Alright, go. There we go. Yeah, and that part of him also, where he started the squad build thing and making. Yeah, I said I've got to give the kid kudos for. I shouldn't guess he ain't a kid per se. I mean, to me he is a kid because I'm going to be 49 here in August, so to me he's a kid. But he's an exceptional young man. That's what I should say. He's not lazy. He's out there learning, doing he's doing what he needs to do, and I that's great for him. Alrighty, let's swing around here. We'll get this head hooked up, and we'll get you over here, get you started. Drop you right there. Let's see how good I am here. In real life, I'm pretty good. I only usually don't almost don't never have to back up. But hey, how about that? How about that? See, I can do in cab once in a while. Oh, I got 6 people in here now. Well, welcome who's snuck into the stream. Welcome to the live stream. Listen to me do my rambling on and fighting with. Ain't fought with course play yet, but I've had a few little bouts with auto drive. So I'm getting this corner cut out here. Oh, I know who it was. I needed to give a shout out to him, but I forgot. Oh, boy, what a dummy. CDW. Chad over at his channel. I was over there today, and he gave me a shout out too. I didn't mean to overlook him. He's quite the live streamer. He's I've watched him off and on for the last I suppose year now, and he's part of the Boneheads group and Jake's group and Trio's group and even Hoonigan's group, I believe. But anyway, he's a hoot to watch. If you're ever having one of them days where you're kind of in a bad mood, you just ain't quite feeling it, and he's live streaming or he's got a video up, you need to go watch him. He's an upbeat guy. He makes you laugh. He's a good guy. So, here anybody in here right now that has not subscribed to is it CDW? I think it's his channel, something like that. I'm probably butchering it, messing it all up, trying to give him a shout out. Anyway, you need to go check him out. He's quite the feller. He's a real life farmer from northern Iowa, somewhere in that area, I think, and just overall good guy. All right, now I lost my train of thought here. That's why I need to set up some course play stuff here. Create job. Looks like the field's already picked. So open, close. We've got 3, 1 headland. Start working on the headlands. Sharp corners, clockwise. Let's go 4%. And I suppose we better do lands. Even though you normally wouldn't do lands when you're doing soybeans, but if we don't, we'll have a bunch of wrecks. And I don't want 6 per land, I want 2. It ain't gonna take very long to do this field, it'll be over. Alright, generate. Close. And you left. And I think I'm going to wait before I start you so I can get these other ones set up. Come on, server, quit jumping around here. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Hoonigan. That's it. CBW at Farms LLC. That's it. Thank you, Hoonigan. Appreciate that. So, if you haven't subscribed to him, if you're in here right now, make sure you go Go give him a subscribe. He's a good guy. We can swing around here. I'll take out my other header trailer. Alrighty. You keep it up, Hoonigan, you're gonna end up being a moderator. Actually, in all seriousness, if you're still around after my stream, have you joined my Discord, Hoonigan? Because after the stream, you're still around, I might have you pop into my Discord, and we'll have a visit if you don't mind. Where the heck's Jake tonight? I'm surprised he's not in here. Because he wasn't streaming, I don't think, was he? No, 4B was. Alright, copy. Ah, darn it. Did he start at exactly the same time I did? Because if he was streaming, I didn't mean to miss dropping in and saying hi to him. He just gave me my first wrench. Okay. What the hell is that all about? Did my live stream drop out on me? Because if it did, I'm going to be mad. Nope, looks like everything's okay. Oh. Well, that was kind of piss poor timing then, I guess. Well, whatever. Alright, center. First waypoint. I better go make sure I put this dude on first waypoint too. We'll have a dang mess like we did the other night when I forgot. Oh, okay. See, there's a lot of little things about channels and being a content creator that you that I knew about before I started. Because, like I said, I've said before, I've been in the background of many channels. You know, my cousin had a channel for a while, and then he got busy with work and some other odds and ends things, and kind of had to get. Really? There we go. About time he decided to unhook. Well, I can tell, even though I have cable internet, it's being goofy tonight, ain't it? Of all damn nights for that. Tonight's not the night I really need that. Because normally I have no troubles buffering. Everything okay still? Everybody can hear me? The stream's doing okay? Alright, Guile, darn it. I'll just shut you off. We ain't stealing anything. Hey, Rusty Money. How's Rusty this evening? What the hell? Cool, cool. Welcome to the stream, Rusty. Well, anyway, Hoonigan, if, like I said, if you're around after the stream, well, pop into my Discord if you wouldn't mind. And you seem to be here all the time, and if you wouldn't mind being a moderator for me, I think I might give you that privilege. And if not, I understand that too. Alright, so we have center, we have right, and first waypoint. You start, do your thing, buddy. Do your thing. You go do your thing. Good, good. For some reason, my phone was wanting to buffer on me, and I don't know what the heck that was all about, but who knows. Technology, you gotta love it, right? Think you got everything figured out with it. Next thing you know, you got these weird hiccups. I'm like, what the heck's going on? All it wants to do is make you pull your hair out. Alrighty, we're off to the races now. And three bad boys in the field harvesting them soybeans. We can make some pig food or oil, or a lot of things are made out of soybeans. Soy fuel, soy oil, diesel fuel, plastics. Which isn't always so good. Got a story about that because my stepmom, she's we're my family's a diehard Ford family. Right? Matter of fact, when it comes to my dad, I think I'm the only one out of my family that has ever owned anything but a Ford, and that's when I had my '95 Dodge Cummins. Otherwise, everything else has been a Ford, and I got a Ford now. Anyway, she's bought two or three of the newer generation Explorers, right? Well, the last one, she had to trade it off because why isn't it letting you on your channel? Do I need to send you an invite, Hoonigan? Anyway, so Ford's all proud about using soybeans for their foam and their seats, and then they're also using it in their plastics for their cover of their wiring. Well, my dad lives on a little acreage out in the country, so what are one of them nuisance animals that you're gonna find in the country all the time, even in town for that matter? But them little bad um, little things create all kinds of wrecks and havocs for farmers and everybody. But anyway, she's had troubles with on her last Explorer, the mice chewing the insulation off of the wires because it's made out of soybean oil and it's really tasty. So she she traded her last Explorer off for a newer one because the mice decided to eat most of this. She was having electrical problems with it. Which for as far as Ford using a renewable source for their insulation on their wires isn't necessarily a bad idea, except for rodents. Well, can you look? Can you get to my Discord, Hoonigan? Ah, dang it! Let me let me go to Let me bring my Discord up here real quick. It'll be a little bit before my combines need to be unloaded anyway. There you are. It says you're a member. Oh no, I'm on Boneheads. Are you in my friends list? Well, let's see. On Bonehead's channel, invite. I'll send you an invite here, Hoonigan. There. See if that helps. Oh, I suppose. It seems like you got to re-update them stupid things. There again, that's why I need a moderator, so when people come in, they can. I'll have to redo that. There, you got the invite there, did you, sir? Or not, sir, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, there you are. There you are. Alrighty. There, we got that taken care of. Now, where's my... Yep. Ooh, I better get over there. I got a combine that says, "Hey, buddy, you're slacking on the job." Huh. Well, I'll need to look into that. Need to figure out. That's one of them things I got to figure out. It was working, but I suppose it needs to be renewed. Every now and then I think you got to renew those links. So I noticed that on a couple of other guys that I clicked on their link and it said invalid Discord invite or something. Yeah, I know, right, Hennigan? Shouldn't be that difficult. Shouldn't be that difficult at all. But, oh, I need to get with Jake too, because he said something to me earlier about helping me out with making a logo. I need to get that figured out. I need to get a logo made. I need to get a banner made for the channel. I keep talking about it, but I haven't done it yet. But I need to learn some editing for video stuff, because it'd be nice to have a nice intro part to my videos, or an introduction video for people. Hey, Kobe, welcome to the stream. So far things are going okay. Ain't messed up too bad. Course play seems to be behaving. Knock on wood. Inevitably it'll mess up though, because that's just course play's nature. Oh wow, 7. I got 7 people in here. Welcome to the stream, people. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting. Waiting on the combine. Just unloaded one. I got another one up here. I better get up here. Do. As my boss says, if the combine's waiting, a great car. Grain cart operator's not doing his job. There's 2 times you want to have to wait on well, there's only 1 time you need to be waiting on a grain cart. And that is when the corn is so good, you can't keep up. Listen, dum-dum, you need to stop. Yeah, that's probably right. I think that's just kind of part of the whole starting a new channel thing there, Hoonigan. I mean, especially if you're doing it yourself, and as you learn, if you've never used Photoshop or any of those kind of programs or any of that, as you learn stuff as you're going along, you change it to make it better, and as you learn, and you're adding more and more stuff to your channel anyway, which is a good thing. That means you're learning and you're growing and you're doing your best to put out something for the people to see and watch and catch eyes. It's a record. I need more energy. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Thanks for the donuts, Rusty. Thanks for the donuts. I never turn down I never turn down a donut ever. I'm a farmer. Maybe a farmer that turns down donuts and coffee. And I'll tell you, well, I suppose there's probably an organic farmer or two out there that might. I don't know, or a vegan farmer, which I used to make music and had to learn how to use them programs. They look like a spaceship. Yeah, I suppose they do. I said I haven't even downloaded or even looked into a video editing thing, and I know that's something I need to do. Here, over here, buddy. Just stop and unload. All right, fine. 84%. Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, all that stuff's crazy. And some of it's pretty easy, and once you learn it, everything's fine. And it's just the learning process of all that stuff when you decide to start a new venture. And I don't necessarily want to have a huge channel. I mean, I'm sure it'd be nice, but as far as my expectations, right now, I just like big enough I can get monetized, have a little extra income, a little side income to help out when like now and when cost of living's so high and inflation's up through the roof. And, you know, like we were talking about on Bonehead stream here a little while ago about what everything costs. Paying $8.99 for, I don't know, what is it, 2.5 pound bag of chicken nuggets has now went to $13.99 for the same thing. But on the flip side of that, as our wages went up, no. So that's part of what prompted me to get this channel going. I've had it in the back of my mind for a long time. I've had the ability to do it for a long time. I'm one of them sometimes that has a hard time putting myself out there on things like this because I'm scared that I hate failure. I hate failing at stuff. Um, so, and I look back on it now, and it's like, well, why the heck didn't you do that back, 6 years ago when you had bought your first, first big computer that you could have been, and you were part of the live streams with all those guys back in 15. I'd be so far they're ahead of the game because back then it didn't take quite as much to get monetized from YouTube, and I'd be ahead of the game already. But no, I decided I'd just help the other guys, I guess. But I thought, there's just no reason why I can't do this. Just as well do it. So here we are. We're doing it. And for that matter, as much as I complain, and you'll hear me complain and go on rants about stupid giant things that don't have in the game that I think they should have in the game, that they've overlooked it in the game, but even at that, 22, as far as the release of 22, is so superior to what 19 was. When we went from 17 to 19, it was like, whoa, I think I'm going to play 17 till they come out with 20, which should have been 21, but 19 was wow. It took a while before it got its feet under it, and as far as I'm concerned, 19. What made it a good game is the modders for sure. I mean, any of those that I've played since 15 till now. What are you doing? I'm in your way here. Where are you going? Oh, you dingledorse. I hate it when you do this outside crap on lands when you do two. Anyway, you're supposed to turn around and go back up the inside of the land, not the outside. For some reason, when you pick two lands, it does this around the outside thing. Alright, we'll get the crew set here so we're matching speed. So anyway, here I am. I'm making content, and I'm going to get a channel, and I'm just going to keep plugging away at it. Come on, get up here, and show you how often us seasoned veterans can make a mistake. And then about the time you get caught up, then you have a server save, so you get these little hiccups. Come on, server, get her saved. There we go. And then in the process, I messed up my... There we go. I might know what I'm doing yet here. Might. Alrighty. I know it'll be enough to top off the truck. We'll just go get him down the road. Oh, come on now, Hoonigan. This is quality stuff here. I haven't been on a server. I see I'm getting that weird flickering thing again. That, well, and even when I was playing on Kadurk's server and we had a Huron on there, it would do that hiccup thing when it was doing the auto save on the server save. Because that's the only bad thing about some of these bigger maps like this. They take a little bit of save power on your servers, so you get that little hiccup thing. Well, he's gonna have to like some green because that's about all he's gonna see when it comes to anything I'm doing. Now on the server, you'll see other stuff. I mean, my cousin Tyler, he's a lot like me. He likes his green stuff too. But when Morris is around, he likes his red stuff. He likes some different stuff. Now I'm really looking forward to Sid Modding's Gleaner he's working on. That hopefully he does a really good job. So far, most all of his mods are pretty good mods. But I'm hoping that he gets his that S98 or 7 done. Yeah. Well, Tyler's kind of that way because that's what he grew up around as far as growing up around me. He's my cousin, first cousin, but he's more of a brother. We spent a lot of time together growing up as kids. He's a twin, and they're 10 years younger than I am, and I don't know. We grew up together basically. Well, it's just in time for you to get to the end row here. Go ahead and flip around there. Where are you going now? So I guess you could say I had some influence on him on tractors. I've always been a tractor nut. Even when I grew up on it, I grew up originally. I grew up in the sand hills in Nebraska on cattle ranches. So you see me wearing a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. By God, I'm not no drugstore cowboy. I grew up that way. So, and that's pretty much what my attire is. But anyway, and I've always loved tractors and trucks and stuff like that. Even growing up, I have appreciation for the horse, but I remember as a kid when it was shipping day, all them trucks would be there to load up their pots, you know, them bull haulers. And there ain't a fancier truck on the road today than a bull hauler, as far as common trucks that are on the road working. So you'd always, you know, there'd be 15 or 20 of them sitting out there in a line and waiting to get loaded up with steers. Cows would go to the sale barn. I'd just be out there in awe, drooling over them. But anyway, and I played for hours in my sandboxes and stuff with trucks and tractors. And after that, my mom and dad got divorced, unfortunately, when I was, what, 10? Yeah, I was 10. And my dad moved out of the Sand Hills, and we had family over here in western Nebraska over here by Scotts Bluff area. It's pretty much all farming over here, and big feedlots in the valley here, in the North Platte Valley. And so then I got introduced to, and I lived with my dad instead of my mom, and I got introduced to farming, and well, I guess that's where my love for farming started. Oh yeah, I played hours and hours with my 64 scale tractors. Hours. Matter of fact, my grandma, on my mom's side, used to get mom would get mad at me too because I was always out I was always out in the garden with my toys. I'd have all kinds of stuff. And use the sprinklers for irrigation, you know, and have little roads everywhere. And yeah, I played hours on my knees with my little 64 scale tractors and my 16th scale. I had more 64 stuff because you could buy a tractor back when I was a kid in the 80s. You could buy an Ertl 64 scale tractor for $2. And it's, what was expensive was a semi and trailer, which they didn't have too many to choose from. There was Cab Over Internationals was one of Ertl's earliest 64 scale, and then I think they had a K100 too. But I'd spend hours out in the dirt outside in the summertime, or even when it was nice, playing with my 64 scale Ertl stuff. And then I got older and I just kept collecting them. I used to have a huge collection. And then I lost part of my collection because of a little faux pas when I got divorced. My ex put my stuff in a storage deal and couldn't get a hold of the people running the storage deal. She got a hold of them and said, "Oh yeah, put it in this storage unit number," and she gave me the storage unit number, and we could never get in contact with them again because they're kind of shady people, evidently. To get them a payment and a contract, and the next thing I know, I went to go move my stuff out of that storage container. I mean, I'd moved some stuff out of it already when I moved into my house, but not everything yet. And when I went to go, so dumb, why didn't you cut over like you're supposed to? Well, horseplays first goof up of the night. But anyway, I went down there to get all that, and that was all I had left in there was I had a big box of my 64 scale stuff, and I had a big box of used to love to play D&D and Shadowrun and that kind of stuff. And so I had a box of a bunch of D&D books and dice and figurines and all. Anyway, when we get down there to go all get all that stuff, and the storage unit had been gutted. Oh man, was I furious. And there again, I didn't have nothing to stand on because we could never get in contact with him to get a goddamn contract signed to find, and pay him. Uh, so, needless to say, if there's anybody around my area that suggests going to that particular storage unit and those people, they do not get a very good review from this guy. I mean, I lost 64 scale stuff that you can't get no more. I mean, stuff from the early 80s that I don't know if anybody's on here that's old enough to remember, but the 64 stuff, Ertl, when they first started really getting into it, um, you could buy this farm pack, and it had one of them caboler trucks and a grain trailer, had a little pickup, and depending on which one you wanted, you could get an international one that had an 86 series tractor in it, like a 1086 or a 1586, and a little, it had a baler and a little farm 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 box that utility trailer thing to haul grain around and stuff with. Yeah, someday I would like to go to Dyersville and tour Ertl. I think it'd be a cool thing to go there. But anyway, they had that little deal, and it come with all that. It kind of said it in it, and it had cardboard cutouts, so you could make a barn and you could make a house, and it had a couple little silos that you could put together out of cardboard, and it had a little mat that you could unroll that had a picture of a farmyard and some cornfields on it. And that was in the early 80s. I want to say 83, 82, something like that, that you could get that little Ertl set. And that's how I got started in Ertl. And I grew up as a kid in the same type of family that I have now, basically living paycheck to paycheck. And if you had a few extra bucks, you. But I still grew up a good life in the sand hills working on ranches because, we always had, houses were provided for the hired men. You always got a beef a year. They always provided your electricity and all your and propane and all that stuff. The only thing you had to pay for was your long distance phone bill. Back then, we had party lines on the phone on the wall still, and so local stuff was free. Back when they told you that you had to wait till after 7 o'clock to make a long distance phone call because it was cheaper. There again, I'm giving away my age. But anyway, uh, back when you'd get on there to make a phone call and you'd hear somebody breathing in the background, and it'd be Ethel at the ranch 5 miles away, eavesdropping, getting her daily gossip for the week. Anyway, I don't I love the time period that I grew up in. I really do. I grew up in an era when technology was really taking off. I Atari was come out, and we had Nintendo, and back when toys were still pretty cool, as far as you could still play cops and robbers and pretend to shoot each other, and it wasn't a big deal, and guns looked like guns as far as toy guns. And anyway, I'm glad I grew up in that time period. I really am. There's so much that today's kids miss out on this. Why the hell? I think I got me a controller. It's starting to die on me. Okay, cool. I'll go look at those. I'll look at those when I get done with the stream here, Hoonigan. Yeah, I played hours and played hours as a backyard farmer. Hours. Oh, Mom never had to yell at me about going outside. Most of the time I was already out the door. Whether I was outside, if I wanted to do something like that, or play with my tractors, or Dad was grading tanks or something, and I wanted to go spend some time with Dad. It all something. I was always outside, you know. And you know, wasn't until and I did have a little bit of town life as far as right before Mom and Dad got divorced. We lived in this little town of Whitman, Nebraska. What is that? 200 and some people. So I grew up there. So I had a little bit of that farm, you know, town life, riding around on bikes with the town kids, and you left the house in the morning after breakfast, and Mom didn't worry about you. You didn't have to worry about drive-by shootings. You didn't have to worry about some creepy dude doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And we drank water from the garden hose, and we didn't have helmets on while we were riding our bikes, and all that fun stuff. But on the other side of it, I wasn't out creating all kinds of havoc. I mean, yeah, I was a kid. Don't get me wrong. I still did my fair share of kid prankster stuff. You know, I didn't go around tearing up properties. Didn't go around vandalizing people's cars. Dang sure didn't think about doing any drugs. To us was it drugs were when Mom crunched up that aspirin and put it in a spoon of jelly to get you to take the nasty tasting crud. You know, that was that was our extent of worrying about drugs where I grew up. And my daughter, she's growing up on a ranch now, north of me up by Harrison, Nebraska, and I am tickled pink that she is growing up on a ranch. It's a good way of life. It's a good place to grow up as kids. Teaches you. There's just so much that country life teaches kids that city kids don't get. Especially nowadays, it teaches you the circle of life. It teaches you what work is. It teaches you how to get a dollar bill and what it means to get it. And it's just a good way for kids to grow up in life, even in today's technology. You know, there again, there's one of them opinionations of mine. And I can't imagine that anybody in here that's got a little bit of country background and growing up the way I did would disagree with me at all. Alrighty, told you it wouldn't take long to knock out this bean field. Now what am I going to do? I don't think. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive. Alrighty. So, shut course play off, delete course, close out that menu. And I'm positive. Go down here because course play and its new sharp turn feature, I do not like how the new ones work. They always leave this stupid little bit on the corner that's dumb. Yeah, Ninja, that's exactly how I played with my stuff. I didn't have a sandbox. I had a big sand pile. It was between two little tool sheds, and they took a dirt scraper that they'd grade tanks with, and they go get a load of sand from somewhere off one of the sand hills, and they'd bring it down there, and they just dump you a big old pile of sand, and that's what we played in. Alrighty, so who all we got still left in the stream? I see we got 4 people here. Matt Hoonigan's probably here. Ninja's probably here, and I'm not sure who else. Is that crazy CDW in here? Is he in here lurking again like he said he was last night? Because if he is, man, you can say hi. I don't mind. I just, matter of fact, I appreciate you being in here if you are. Appreciate everybody being in here that's in here tonight watching my live stream. Appreciate all the support I've been getting. Oh, that's right, Rusty. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that earlier, editing the video. Alrighty. Well, all beans I'm here. Might as well unload the combine onto the truck without taking out the side of the grain trailer. Ah! Everybody's editing or uploading videos getting for tomorrow. I was kind of bad this weekend and was lazy. I didn't. I I opted to live stream instead of recording some videos. Kind of wanted to relax this weekend a little bit because I know that my 2-day weekends are coming to a abrupt end here real quick. Like maybe next weekend might be the last 2-day weekend I get, and then after that, it's for the lack of a better term, balls to the walls busy. Working instead of 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it'll be. I do get Sundays off, thank gosh. That way I can wash clothes and get a little reset for the next week, but it'll be 6 days a week, anywhere from 10 to 16 hours a day. Oh, okay. Well, everybody needs a little reset, and been trying to, been kind of rethinking the whole video thing. I mean, I know, excuse me, my channel's young enough yet that I'm not sure, but I do know, watching, seeing what people are watching out of what I have out there. I mean, there again, the more people I get subscribe and more my channel gets out there anyway, that'll help too. But I have noticed my live streams have been doing way better than my single player stuff. And I have a feeling that the reason I know why, I think part of it has to do with where I'm not editing my stuff. So when I do the recording for my single player stuff, I get these 45-minute videos and I ain't getting a dang thing done. So I need to learn how to do more of that editing thing so I can do some time-lapse stuff, and get a little more content out of it. I don't know. It seems to me like, from what I can tell, 20 minutes to half an hour is about perfect for a single-player episode. You get much longer than that, and you lose viewership. They don't watch the whole thing. So I need to get that editing thing figured out so I can do some time lapses and edit out some stupid stuff every now and then that makes me mad. Like when course play's not working. Yeah, I've watched some farm builds. I like guys that do farm builds myself. I got to give them guys kudos to do that. Kind of like the other day when I was on Tactical Farmers channel. There's another one I need to give a shout out to. He's a good guy. He's given me some help too, and kind of promote my channel a little bit. He's setting up the UMRV for his server, and he was building a co-op, and he was building a park, camp park thing. So, and he's really good at doing builds. Me, I have this mental block for doing builds. I think I do an okay job. I second guess myself on my builds all the time. So I kind of decided that I wasn't necessarily going to do builds per se for. I mean, that'd be a part of a live stream here or there, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be my thing. But I got to give kudos to the guys that do it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, Hodge, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Hodge. And just so you know, buddy, it's Neal, not I. It's a common mistake. Hey, I always get that. People always do that with my last name. They're always spelling it Neil instead of Neal. Alrighty. So, what are we gonna go do next? What we need to do next? Zoom out. Map's finally all loaded in and populated. No, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal, Hodge. I, I said I'm used to it. It happens all the time. You don't have to call me sir, but thanks for the respect. All right, what do we got that's ready? We got a lot of stuff that is ready, but I think a lot of this is corn. I think a lot of some of this darker stuff is it's actually soybeans. What do we got ready for corn? As far as I got that one done. I got that one done. That's sunflowers. These are soybeans, but not ready to go. That one's done. Just did that one and just did that one. So, when it comes to my fields, well, this is canola, so it won't go till next year. And that was sorghum. We already did that, so only got 108 and 112 left to do. So, until some of the other people actually get on the server and play, like my cousin, I wish he'd get his butt on here and play. And he's doing a contract up here, it looks like, instead of doing his own. He should be doing his own stuff first. Looks like he's got a field of corn ready to go. Right? Yep. And what I might do, I'll see what we got for contracts here. What do we got for contracts? Well, like I said, Hodge, it's okay. No biggie. No biggie. I get it all the time. All right, harvesting. Corn, sugar beets, cotton, sugar beets, corn, sunflowers, corn, cotton, corn, corn, cotton. I need to get me a cotton picker at least, I think, so I can do some of these cotton contracts. You can make big money on cotton, although I don't think they raise cotton in Michigan. Sunflowers, sugar beets, corn, 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 cotton, cotton, sugar beets, cotton, sugar beets, cotton. See, must be only my field of soybeans that was ready. Well, that settles that. We're done with the. Need to go drop off the. Take the flex heads off. Creeper head, flex head. They are two different things. Yes, Hodge, we're harvesting. Just got done doing my one soybean field that's ready, and my bigger soybean field's not ready yet. It won't be ready till next month. So we'll go. Send these bad boys back to the shop, and we'll put the corn heads back on, I guess, and we'll go do some corn contracts. Hey, Ninja's still here. Oh, wow. I got 8 people in here watching. Awesome. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you're liking what you're seeing and can and tolerate my bantering and my opinionations and like what I'm doing, smash that like button and give me a subscribe. I sure would appreciate that. And go ahead and say hi and chat. No reason to be shy here. We're we're all a pretty good group of guys that we got in here right now. All right, you go back to the shop. Oh, I know you've been here the whole time, Ninja. You were quiet there for a minute. I didn't know if you had slipped out to go see what Jake was up to or not. I feel kind of bad that I'm streaming while Jake's streaming, and I've been wanting to get in and catch some of his streams too, because he's been here a couple times supporting me. I hadn't really decided whether I was going to stream today until, I guess it was during Bonehead's stream I decided I was going to stream. Or no it wasn't. It was during CDW stream. I did decide I was going to go ahead and stream tonight. Hopefully CDW has made it. I wonder if he's made it in here tonight. I ain't seen him sneak in yet. Anyway, oh well. I'll make it over to Jake's one of these times. I've got to make sure I make myself do that. Don't you hit. Send you to the shop. Look at that beautiful. Ain't that beautiful? Big, green, beautiful thing. Look at that. That's what I call a combine there, boys. Yes, sir. Sure as hell ain't a red one. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Anyway. But I am looking forward to Sid's cleaner, because I will play with a cleaner. I like cleaner combines. I have a diesel mechanics degree, and I went to school in Laramie, Wyoming, at Wildtech, where I got my diesel mechanics degree. And I went into ag mechanics, and then it didn't take me long to doing that for very long to find out that you spend all your money on tools and you're broke all the time because snap-on tools cost you damn much. Big and junkyard worthy. Yeah, whatever, Hoonigan. Whatever. If it was junk, why are they the only agriculture company that's lasted the times that no one else has? Everybody else has been bought out 3 or 4 times. Explain that riddle to me, huh, Hoonigan? They made it through the 80s when a lot of them didn't. Hell, Case has been bought out twice. Well, technically, Case has been bought out twice because they were owned by Tenneco. It wasn't Case anymore, real Case. And then Tenneco bought out International Harvester Works as far as the agriculture part of it and merged them into Case IH. And then that's also been bought out. Everybody seems to think that they bought out New Holland when that is not the case. New Holland actually bought out Case and merged them together. So it's been bought out more than once. And then Alice Chalmers got bought out by Deutz. And they weren't Deutz for very long. And then they got bought out. And then it got bought out by an investment group. And that was called AGCO. Does anybody know what AGCO stands for? Hey, Plowboy. Welcome to the stream. Well, part of what happened to International, the reason why International Harvester works, and not many people know this, not as many people are true tractor gurus like I am. Yes, I like my John Deeres, but there's a lot of things that I can tell you about a lot of other companies. Used to be really good about I could tell you what every tractor model was and every tractor horsepower rating and all that other stuff. But anyway, the reason why International went out of business is because of the farm crisis in 1980, and they spent way too much development money, I mean millions, on the 88 series, and the 88 series fell on its nose and wasn't as good a tractor as what they spent for research, on top of a farm crisis. So, when you overspend and you're a company like that, and you ain't selling your tractors because of the farm crisis and it's not that great of a tractor, because I don't care what anybody tells you, I would take a 4440 any day over a 5288 or a 5688, or not 5688, a 5088, 5288, and 5488. As far as the looks of those tractors, they were good looking tractors for that matter, but this International always had a problem, and it was how to get in and out of the cab of an International tractor. Every damn one of them was a pain in the butt to get in and out of. Especially the 88 series where or the 86 series where that door come forward instead of pins to the back. Oh, what a pain in the rear. That was one of International's problems from day one. They never had that great of a cab. They, as far as easeability to get in and out of too, was just not that great. So, you know, I'll take a John Deere Soundguard any day over any of those Internationals back then. There again, that's an opinionation thing a little bit too, but anybody that's an International fan cannot tell me that they had a great cab. But that's the biggest reason why International went out of business. They spent way too much money on development on the 88 series. And then that stupid 2+2 thing that they come out with wasn't all that hot either. The ugly old anteater. Ugly. Ugh. And as far as Alice going out of business, they just, they weren't as popular as John Deere. They weren't as popular as International was, and they just it it was hard to survive the 80, the early to mid 80s there because of the farm prices. I mean, my boss is going to be turning 75 here in a week, and he made it through the 80s, and he was talking about how he was talking about how he could remember interest rates being 20 some percent. He says, yeah, he said equipment cost a lot less back then. We all farmed a lot less. We all, everything was less. Well, Snoopy, huh? Okay. I guess we called them anteaters because, I mean, you look at an ant. Okay, think about it here a minute. Look at Snoopy. Does he have that long of a nose? Now look at an anteater. They got them big, long, ugly noses on them, and they are an ugly animal. Snoopy's kind of cute. So I think an anteater's better because they're got that long nose on them and they're ugly. So that greatly, to me, I mean, that that's a perfect description of a 2+2. To each his own, though, right? I mean, everybody's got certain thing they call her. There again, but like I heard 4B talking a little while ago on his stream there. Where some people call them choppers, some people call them forage harvesters. You know, it's all analytically it depends on where you're from and what certain things called. That's like I call it harvesting corn. And there's certain areas you go in the United States or even in the world, I suppose, they still call it picking corn. Well, you're not picking corn. They don't pick corn no more. We don't have. You see somebody picking corn, it's because they're doing it for a farm museum. Or there's a few people that still like feeding picked corn that way to their animals. You are supposed to. Thank you, dumb thing. We're supposed to fold. Anyway, so it just depends on where you live, on what you call things. Hi, CS Benji. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad you could make it. You're just in time to listen to me. Listen to me giggle and throw some more of my antiquated opinions out there. Well, yeah, see, and that's something. Shelling corn is probably a little more accurate than picking corn, but I don't. We don't. I don't know. I just harvest. I just call it harvesting corn. Or combining corn, I guess is the other thing I call it. But it's well, plowboy. It's just what you grew up calling things. Some people say gizwatchy and some people say thingamajig, right? Yeah, exactly right. CS, that's exactly right. That's why, the whole picking corn and shelling corn thing. You don't have corn pickers. You don't put a corn picker on an old farm all M or a 620 or a B John Deere anymore, or even 4010s and 4020s you could do it. But anyway, and even before that, they had corn picking contests where you had there was a special glove. You wore that glove and it had a hook thing on it. And you go through the field, and when you have one guy with a horse and a wagon going down the row with you, and you want to walk in there and you strip that corn off that corn stalk and you threw it in that box, and that was that was that's where the true meaning of picking corn started. There's a good many corn They're still picking corn where you live there, plowboy. Really? But then again, I guess there's a lot of little fields in Pennsylvania. A lot of little, you know. Well, I happen to know plenty of people. If I argue with you about the whole, that's the only way to finish cows, I will agree it's the only way to finish a cow as far as I can't stand grass-fed beef. Ugh. You know, I grew up on ranches in the sand hills, but there wasn't any of our beef that we didn't finish. You know, it all went to a feedlot and got finished on corn and silage, and it just tastes so much better. Alrighty, what are we gonna do for a contract here, guys? What shall we do? All right. Oh, contracts. So yeah, I agree that corn is the only way to finish cows, but it's a hell of a lot easier way to do it than picking corn and doing a whole corn cob. Or, I mean, around here, everybody's went to cracking their corn through a mill or steaming it, and then steam it, and then they put it through a roller after they steam it. It's not called cracked corn. It's called steamed corn. Nah, there's a name for it. I can't think of the name of it. Flaked. They flake their corn. That's what they call it. Oh, welcome to the stream, Miss Wild Style. This is your first one, or hopefully not your last one. Hopefully I don't offend you. Anyway, I try not to offend people, honestly, but I do know I'm a little eccentric on some things. But you dang sure know where I'm coming from. So anyway, we're up. We got my soybean field done. We're looking at some harvest contracts. Well, see here. I mean, I ain't saying that's the wrong way to do it. I agree. I mean, I still, like I said, here we're flaking the corn, we're cracking the corn, but we have a lot of ethanol plants around also. So a lot of the feedlots have changed up their feeding. Um, they're feeding what we call distiller's grain, which is what's the byproduct of after you've run corn through an ethanol plant. And that's got enough oomph to it that they mix a little corn with it, a little bit of silage, and they're using less ground alfalfa or hay. As a matter of fact, they're using more and more people are doing it, which I don't agree with. Um, Using corn stalks to put in it for filler. Anybody, in my opinion, that bales their corn stalks that's just dumb. You're taking it ends up what you get for a corn stalk per ton costs you more to put the replacement nitrogen that you could be putting back into the ground for the decomposing of that corn stalk in a chemical type of fertilizer. So I do not agree with people, and then this is definitely a huge opinion on my part, and my boss is the same way. We we pasture our corn stalks, but we do not, and I repeat, we do not bale our corn stalks. That's hard on balers too. You see, and around here we have enough wheat farmers that that's what most people around here use for beddings, wheat straw. Well, Miss Wildstyle, if that's the case, I'm sure you and I'll get along just fine. We'll just defend each other equally. How's that sound? Of course, we work it into the ground, and that's part of the reason why I don't. We don't. agree on the whole baling your corn stalks because you're taking that nitrogen and those nutrients out of that corn stalk because there's fertilizer there, and you're taking it off of the field, and you got to replace that with commercial fertilizer. So in the end, it's costing you more than if you just leave it out there and work it into the ground and let it decompose and go back into the soil. Yeah, bean fodder is pretty dusty. Even we've done some edible beans, but most of the time after it goes to the combine, there ain't enough there for you to do anything with. All right, I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. Nobody wants to be looking at this screen forever, so I'm not going to do sugar beets. And 74 or 76 acres for this corn, field 196. What have I details? I've only done one job for him. Field 70, 196. Oop, 196. Field 196. 94, 93. Does anybody notice this on the newest version of the Better Contracts mod? You see how they put these little things on the map? Like here's the little harvester in the middle of the map. And this one's a little bale, so it's ready to be a bale. There's a little harvester over here. And this one here, that's for silage bales. I remember one day I was looking at this, and here's a plowing contract. I just think that's kind of neat and cute. Anyway, I was looking at this one day, and I'm like, what the heck is in the middle of them fields? What is that? So then I zoomed in, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But that's from the newest version of the Better Contracts mod. All right, 194. Where's 196? 96. Where you at? 99, 98, 95, 96. Okay, there you are. All right. Let's go do that one. 196, accept contract. Back. All right, Rusty. All right. Go ahead. Send me something, and I'll touch base with you. Yeah, it's do. I even think it's on Mod Hub. I think it's on Mod Hub, Plowboy. It's been out a month now. I mean, this year's just been flying by. Thankfully, I'm so over winter. Oh God, am I over winter? And they're talking about there's a chance, and we're going to be around the edge of it again, the middle towards the end of next week or this week actually. Talking a chance of stupid rain snow mix for us, and then a little bit farther north you go. It sounds like South Dakota, even parts of maybe northern Iowa and Minnesota. Oh, them poor guys. They're going to get hit again with a huge snowstorm. I mean, oh, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, we were on the edge of a storm or snowstorm then too. I got a dusting here in Baird, and then at the farm north of Minnetonka on the farm, we got a couple inches. But where my daughter lives, out on the ranch up by Harrison in northeastern Nebraska, they had 2 foot of snow, and they just got melted from all the other snow that they'd had. And I know that was forecasted, and I never heard and I never did see any pictures, but that was forecasted to be able to. There was supposed to be parts of South Dakota out of that storm 2 weeks ago that was going to get 3 feet. So uh, they're probably just barely getting out. And from what I'd heard, South Dakota kind of got dumped on all winter long anyway. 195, is that where it's at? There I go with my short extension. Oh, 96. My attention span, my memory. Go to 196, buddy. Hey, Ray, welcome to the stream. I didn't mean to miss you if there was. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. I just I cannot thank you guys enough that you've helped me. I even though I kind of, boy, the other night I did that stream and I had, was it last Thursday? No, it was Wednesday. I don't remember what night it was. No, Wednesday, I think. Man, I didn't have anybody to stream that night. I think Hoonigan was the only one who was in here. I don't remember. I didn't ever. I was second guessing myself that night. Yeah, because Monday night was a pretty good stream. Yeah, it was Wednesday night. Wednesday night was pretty, pretty skim on the numbers. And I know, like Bonehead said, and like Chad at CDW said, he says, yeah, I just don't look at them numbers. Just keep doing what you're doing. But honestly, I am quite pleased with where my channel is. I think tomorrow is the second week that I've been doing this. So the only thing I'm not even going to say that. No, I'm not. I'm happy with my channel's at. I really am. I know that there's some things I need to do to make it better, and that's part of a younger channel. Just you learn stuff, as you go. And I already know some of the things I need to learn, like the whole. I got to get the editing thing. I got to learn that for doing my single player stuff. And I think as far as uh, live streams, which most of them seem to be doing pretty good. I think I'm doing okay on live streams. I need to, of course, I want to get a logo made and a trademark thing, or a logo made and a banner made for my channel. I want to do that. Jake said he's going to help me with that, and that's why I really wish I was in there on Jake's stream supporting him quick. I really should, but I think both of us could probably end up quitting about the same time because he's streaming right now, I think. And let's see. I suppose we'll send you over there in case we need you. I don't know if we'll need 2 grain carts over there or not. 76 acres. Yeah, maybe. And I can hear my Discord blooping. And like a goofball, I am not in my streaming channel in my Discord. Am I? Anyway, now bring up Discord quick. See what I got. What pics and screens. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool pictures there, Hoonigan. That's pretty cool. Yeah. See, when I was playing with my 64 scale stuff, we didn't have the fancy plastic stuff that puts out now. They were all just a cardboard thing. Now my dad, he made me a big machinery shed and a big cow barn. But yeah, that's cool. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I played just like that. Yep, looks like you got yourself a pretty nice collection. Funny. Somebody's giving me a bad time about green stuff. You should see how many green stuff he's got in these little toys. That's a pretty mixed bag. Anyway, let's get back to this farm sim here. Oh, I'm going to send you to 192, but me and you go 100 mile an hour. We're going to send you a different direction. Otherwise, you'll be all mad because them 30 mile an hour tractors are in your way. So, we need to bring this back up. Pickup point needs to be, I will probably change it. We're on 196 because this is probably going to have, where's the contract want us to drop these off at? Take to farmer's market. Which farmer's market? Which one? Which one's got the exclamation mark by it? Oh, this one. Where's the exclamation mark? Aha, that farmer's market. Okay. So, unload at sale points. Oh, it's not that farmer's market. I know it's not. And like a dummy, when I re-edited that sell point, I should have put it something different. All right, fine. I don't want the damn field. I want that stupid sale point. Farmer's market, farmer market north. Sell points. Farmer. Well, where the heck is it? It's not in the sell points. Not in temp. All right, numbnut. Where do you put that stupid thing after you made it? Is it default? There it is. Doo-doo-doo. Ugh. All right, there. Ah, never mind me. Boy. Was Miss Wild still in here? She had to like my pink trucks. Okay. You're going to go to field 196, even though this is probably going to get changed. And default, farmer's market north, corn. And I better get you out on the road so you go the right way. Well, there again, it's just like, when I was growing up and it's yeah, it's all marketing. All marketing. That when you think about it, there's, of course, Ertl's going to have more green toys because why? John Deere's bigger. They're going to spend more money on it. So the marketing for John Deere toys, there's going to be more of them, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, than there are case. And so when you go to, like in my area, we call them bomb guards. You get back in eastern Nebraska and Iowa, I think they're called Orschelns, tractor supplies, uh, dealerships themselves, you know. Some of them don't even sell the toys that they used to. But you get into places like that, and you go look at the toy aisle, and I'm not talking about Walmart, because Walmart sells junk for toys. Even if they sell Ertl, they sell the junk ones. But anyway, park you over here for now until we get going. So if you go down the toy aisle in an Orscheln's, a Tractor Supply, or Baumgars, or I'm sure there's some other farm stores like that that are called something different. Yeah, you got a Baumgars just like we do. Either way, you look down the toy aisle and you're going to see a few more. I'll guarantee you there's going to be more John Deere toys, and then there's going to be the next popular one is going to be Case IH will be the next one, and then there'll be a couple New Hollands, and then there'll hardly be any Fent or any. I mean, but there'll be a few, not very many. So there again, it's all marketing. All what who's going to spend what on marketing? So you get the little boy that's you know, I don't know, not necessarily a city kid per se. More most people that shop at Baumgars and those stores like that are farmers or people that have little acreages or big enough, yards and stuff. They go get that stuff there to work on. So that little kid, he's going to see more green than he is red. So it's all marketing. All it is. Well, unfold the damn thing then. I only hit the button 3 times now. I don't want you to fold that corn head. Fold the stupid harvester. I already hit the button. There. Thank you. Oh, I did unfold it. Ah. Come on. Yeah. You know, I live in small enough towns. Well, and the mom and pop shops are all closed, so you don't have just toy stores anymore. You had to go to Cheyenne to get to that, or you had to go to, you know, a big Nebraska town for me. I mean, Scottsbluff, Gearing's a big town to shop in, but it's still small enough that you don't have toy stores anymore. You had to go to North Platte, or you had to go to Kearney, or Rapid City, or Omaha, Lincoln for me, or Cheyenne. And even then, like Toys R Us and all those stores that are just specialized toy stores, they're dwindling to nothing because kids would rather sit in front of a computer or an Xbox or a PlayStation and mash buttons as I'm sitting there doing the same thing trying to make money off of it. But, kids would rather do that than go outside and play. They don't want a baseball bat and a baseball glove anymore. My daughter, for example, has had this beautiful purple bike since her 7th birthday. It's still got the damn training wheels on it, and she's 10, going to be 11 in the August 16th. And yes, I know as a parent, I urge her to go do it, but I'm not going to physically carry her out there and make her ride her bike. I tell her to get her butt outside and do something. So she'll go outside and fart around for a little while, you know, and then it's like, well, I don't know how to ride my bike, Dad. Well, that's because you don't get on it and learn. Anyway, but she's unfortunately part me. She likes playing games, so she'd rather sit in the house now that she has my old computer. And that's how kids are. It used to be kids were out the door. You didn't even have to tell them. Now you gotta open the door and put your boot in their ass and shut the door and lock it. I mean, you know, and even country kids are getting that way. Outback toys is for the kids that never grow up. Plowboy, I'm the same way. Even that crazy nasty Walmart, I still go down the damn toy aisle. One of the things that disappoints me about department stores like Walmart is you remember I don't I'm not sure how old you are, Plowboy, or you know it, yeah but I grew up with all that stuff coming out, and Ertl getting better and better and better and more fancy, and the marker arms working on the planters and the planters folding. You look at a 64 scale Ertl toy today compared to what it was even 10 years ago. It's just crazy all the stuff that they put on there. But as a kid growing up, I put models together. I loved putting models together. I spent hours putting Mustangs together and airplanes. I'm a huge World War II airplane buff. So I put those together. And now you go to a Walmart, or if you're lucky enough to even have a Kmart, ours has been closed for five years now. I don't even know if there is a Kmart close to us anymore. But a Target, any of those, and you go down the toy aisle, and most of them don't even have a models. Don't have a model section anymore. Okay, CS, so you're a little bit older than I am. I was born in '74. So CS, you grew up definitely when the models were a big deal. That was back when the glue was wow, real glue. you know, and I, it's just kids today. One of the most exciting things I can remember getting as a toy for a kid was uh, my erector set and Legos. God, I loved Legos and I loved my erector set. Now you can't even find it like an erector set. People look at you like, "What's an erector set?" Unless they're my age or older. You know, it's kind of like Tinker Toys and Lincoln Logs. But and now you go to get Legos, and my God, them things are whoa. For a dinky little thing of Legos, cost $25. I when I was a kid, the Technique Legos were big, and they had the little cylinders and the gears and the pneumatic things and all that stuff. So all right, cool, Hodge, you're the same age as I am, and I made all kinds of things with those Technique Legos. I love those things, and you can still get them, but wow, are they expensive? Whoa. Yeah, now when I got the Legos, the Technique Legos, you could just get a set of them. It wasn't a specialty thing. Like now you buy them because it's going to be a Libur shovel, or a Caterpillar dozer of some sort. It's a certain thing it's modeled after. It's just not a set of a bunch of stuff like it was when I started doing them. But that I think that one. Does anybody ever watched John Saunders? Or is it John? But it's Saunders. I know it's Saunders, something Saunders. He's got a YouTube channel. He's from Britain, and he's a farmer over there. And he's got a couple of episodes where he's put together techniques like that. And I think he put that Libur together. And that Libur is like $500 for a set of Legos. $500. That's crazy. Who in their right mind could afford that? I know. Just like what Plowboy said. Big kids who never grew up. It sure isn't. I'm not going to spend $500 if I had a boy on a set of Legos for him to ruin. All right, three. And this one, do we want to do three land? I think we'll do three lands. Rows per land. See what happens? I get off on these yik yakking about my childhood and stuff, and I'm not even doing any farm sim stuff here. uh, uh, anyway, and we're a little bit past 2 hours on the stream, huh? A little a little bit after 10, which is a little after midnight for some people, and a little bit after 11 for some people, and a little after 9 for some people, and then if there's anybody across the big blue water, who knows what time it is there. All right, back out of here. So, we need a copy, and left is fine. I'll get you going here. Oh, I agree, Plowboy. I agree. Crazy driver. Oh, come on, header. You should be influenced by now. There we go. All right, we'll get you up here a little ways. copy, center, first waypoint. First waypoint. I don't want to forget that before I mess that one up. All right, get you all set up here, buddy. Fold the head, fold the combine. Yeah, sometimes it's cheaper to buy the real thing, but there are some things, real things, that woohoo. Just like I was talking to him with Bonehead, you know, giving him a bad time not washing his moline, and he's like, "Well, we never washed that stuff when I grew up, on not farm, you know, and that's to each his own, you know." But and it's, you know, this stuff costs so much, you know, like a combine, 600 some $1,000 for a combine, and you know, a tractor that averages, you know, what is an average on a tractor anymore? 300, 350,000, I guess, kind of depends on whether it's a big, you know, a big two-wheel drive, a front-wheel assist, or it's a big four-wheel drive articulated tractor. You know, I would say average on an articulated four-wheel drive now is what, 500 or 450,000, somewhere in there. That's a lot of change, and man, and this is coming from a farmer's standpoint, whether I'm a hired man or not. I take pride in taking care of the equipment, keeping it clean, because you just don't go tear it up and in 2 years you're replacing it. I mean, you got to take care of that stuff. It costs. It's a lot big money. It's big money to be a farmer. And that's why I play Farm Sim, because I can get in this virtual world and go into this, you know, hit this button right here and go, well, let's see how much money I want today from the old banker, and we'll just, you know, we'll throw this in here and we'll add a couple $1,000,000 and I can go farm. And real life, you can't do that. So I get on Farm Sim and play stuff that I can't have for real life. I mean, so and I'm sure I'm not the only person that farms for a living, as whether you're a hired man or you actually own part of the farm or whatever. That's part of the reason why you don't play Farm Sim, because you can play with all this neat stuff that you can't afford to buy for real. All right, let's get you to going. I'll bring that back up. Go to nearest waypoint. I rented these out of sequence, so there's one of them that's all goofed up within the tab point here. What the hell are you doing? Didn't I delete all of the courses down here? No, I didn't. What didn't get deleted? This one probably didn't delete. There, they deleted now. That's what it was. So this knothead was copying the wrong course. Now. Come on. There we go with our typical course play antics. There we go. That one's now right. You son of a, for lack of a better term here. Come on. Will you copy the right course now? Thank you. Center. So what course play teaches you how to do, it teaches you how to Well, if you ain't got a very clean mouth, sometimes it makes you want to blurt out words that you're not supposed to blurt out on a stream. It also teaches you how to micromanage. Dad sold an IH in his 60s and 70s one year. Dad sold IH in the 60s and 70s. One year he sold 60 tractors and 40 Cubs. Them days are long gone. Yeah, they are. Well, hell, what a damn tractor tire costs for a big four-wheel drive now. You used to be able to buy a tractor for it. Well, for that matter, an X9 takes a whole new head. You cannot just buy an X9 and use your 716 or 712C heads on it, or your FD 700s or whatever, because they got a wider feeder house. So you've now got to buy the head that goes on that's made for an X9, just for an example. And that head costs almost $200,000 for like a 40-foot flex head. So even in the late 90s, when you were buying 9610s and 2388s, those combines at that time, brand new, were what, 110, $120,000? So a corn head or a head for a combine now costs what the whole combine used to cost, just for a comparison. Just stupid. All right, see, here I am blabbing or blabbering again here. No, I want first waypoint. Go. So, and let's bring up this. And left alt. Delete, 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 delete. Delete, 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 and record. You know what I forgot? Fiddle fart. I forgot my little mother band, because I'm sure we're going to need it. All right, Plowboy, you go ahead and go to bed. And yeah, it's getting late. I mean, it's quarter after 10 my time, quarter after 12 all you got Eastern Standard Time guys. So for that matter, actually, I probably ought to be calling it a stream. And nope, not 125, 196. 196. And then, of course, my cat seems to think she needs to be over here because she ain't had her butt rubbed in a couple hours. Huh. Huh. It's spoiled. So anyway, I suppose maybe we ought to do that. Let's 2 hours and 15 minutes pretty much on the nose. That's pretty good stream. Everybody's been here. I appreciate everybody's been here. Um, it's been a good stream. I can't thank you, CS, Plowboy, Hodge, Hoonigan. I never did see CD Chad come in, but maybe he was here and didn't pop into chat, but Rusty, uh, Hodge, Ninja, Ray, all you guys that were in here, I appreciate your support. I appreciate, there again, uh, Bonehead. Um, I appreciate, let me bring this up so I don't forget. I know that I will forget to say some stuff to some people that I just don't want to forget. Um, I don't know if Bella Sin made it in. Kobe made it in real quick. Jake is still streaming. Maybe that's what I need to do. Then get off of here and get over and say hi to Jake quick. So, Tactical Farmer, I got to give him a big shout out. 4B, DJ's Club, can't forget him. Eric, the Crazy Viking, Big Rig Frosty, Dirt Farmer. I got to jump on top of that Dirt Farmer bandwagon for the weekend that Bonehead was doing. Great guy. I don't think he made it in tonight, but um, either way, I can't thank you guys enough for you that have channels that are a little more established than mine, and even some of you that are about the same as me and starting out. We're doing it together. Just thanks for the farm sim love and all the help, and hopefully you're enjoying what I'm doing for content and enjoying my little banters and talking about, well, a little bit of real life farming and how I do things, why I do things, and childhood memories about how we grew up and toys and stuff like that. It's all supposed to be enjoyable. So without further ado, thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody, and we're going to call that a stream. And we will uh, we will catch everybody else on the flip side and make sure we keep that rubber on the downside. Anyhow, we'll have a good evening, everyone. Thanks.